What up, guys? Welcome back. We got a new episode this week with our guest. Going to cover a couple things. We got Adam with us, over golf and just stuff in general. So, how's it going, guys?
Going good.
Doing pretty good. How y'all doing?
Good. So, we'll just start off. Henry, kind of a background on your golf experience, started and everything.
Yeah, so I started playing when I was a little kid. Family got me into it. It's been playing all my life. I went to high school with a buddy who ended up coming down to Methodist, and I followed him. So that's how I got down here, and then just been grinding. Just graduated, trying to play a little bit. So we'll see how it goes.
Nice.
Nice. How many events have you played pro so far?
3. Last week was my 3rd. Played in the first one was a G Pro in Virginia. And then I played in the State Open back home. And then second G Pro last week. So
nice.
How much different is it?
It's so much than college. It's so much different, bro. It's like you. I'm used to going out to a college event shooting like 6 under. You're gonna be like top 5 every time, right? Like sometimes you need to shoot 6 under to make the cut out on the G Pro. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Take fun. Sure. What So why'd you go to Methodist? Like, what kind? Besides your buddy bringing you down?
So I didn't. Well, first off, I didn't really have any like looks out of coming out of high school for to play.
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to eventually play, but I also kind of knew I wanted to like maybe get into the golf business later on. So Methodist has like a really good golf program. And you can like kind of go there and then try out for the team. You don't have to like be a recruit. So that's what I did. I was like kind of recruit, not really. I wasn't like on the team my freshman year, and then I tried out and made the team my sophomore year, and kind of just went from there.
Awesome.
How many? You guys have a lot.
Sorry, what? You cut out. How many kids? Like generally 20. There's like 5, obviously 5 kids who go to the A tournaments, and then there's like another 5 to 7 or 8 that are usually in contention to go, and then typically like 13 through 20 are just like kind of on the team and fighting for spots in B tournaments, and like don't really contend for the A bus.
Yeah.
How qualifying go with 20 guys?
It's crazy, bro. It's sometimes like the kids who you least expect will be at the top of the leaderboard, because the courses we play aren't really like separators. Like the only course we play like around us that's tough is Anderson Creek, and like sometimes you'll see some separation on the leaderboard there, but generally like it's anybody's ball game, especially because our coach will guarantee like 3 spots, and so like the top 3 guys aren't even on the leaderboard. Generally it's everybody else. So.
Right.
Where'd you guys practice at?
On campus. We have a pretty solid practice facility on campus. Course is like it's nice to have an 18-hole course. It's not awesome because the budget isn't great, but practice facility is awesome.
That's sweet.
Yeah, pretty dope.
How many you guys like? You're winning a lot of championships. How many you like today?
Sorry, you're kind of cutting in and out.
How many national championships are you there?
Well, I was there too. Probably should have gotten a ring for the other one, because the way that it works. So in 2018 they won, but only the guys that go get a ring. And I played in like 6 events that year, and I didn't get a ring, so that kind of sucked. But Yeah, two. This one last year, and then the one in 2018.
Nice.
Where was nationals held?
This past year was in Florida, Mission Inn. It's like in Orlando.
Gotcha.
I think they actually have Q school there for Canada or Latin America.
Oh, awesome.
Nice. Did you guys travel a lot?
Yeah. We never really like flew, but yeah, most of our tournaments were like all in the Southeast, so didn't have to travel too much, but we definitely traveled a little bit.
Yeah.
You get along with your teammates?
Sorry. Oh, get along with them? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Especially this last year. I went through like kind of up and down, like being on and off the roster, like sophomore, junior year. But yeah, this last year was awesome. We all like vibed together. That was probably half the reason we won. It was just because like we all kind of clicked and like we knew like the four guys at least that were gonna go to the national championship all season, but the fifth spot was kind of like, we didn't really know, but the four of us especially, yeah, we got along great, and that was definitely like half the reason we won.
Yeah, 100%.
Sweet. Who was your best while you were there?
Who was the best player I saw while I was there? Well, not. I mean, if I'm including people that left, Blake is definitely up there. Larkin Gross is probably up there. Jared Chin was pretty good. Trying to think. There were some guys I'm forgetting the names of that were like seniors when I was freshman, but yeah.
Did Jared Chin transfer?
Yeah, so Chinny went to Fayetteville State. He was like an Army kid. His dad's like really high up in the Army, and so he was at Bragg, and like I think he went to Fayetteville State before he came to Methodist, and then he came to Methodist his like last 2 or 3 years, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So had some solid players come through. I think Chad Collins, I don't know if you've heard of him. He's from Methodist. He's like probably the best guy that's ever come through because he just played in a shit ton of PGA Tour events. But,
Really?
Yeah.
The pro at Eagle where I work at. So.
Yeah.
So, Adam, you got any more questions?
Yeah, so you got any stories about, like, what's your best, funniest story you have from going on a trip somewhere?
I don't know if I could say that, but...
Oh, yeah. You can. Trust me. You're good.
Well, no, not that I would be afraid to say it on here, but more so that I don't want to, like... I don't know if my coach wants me saying this because it's about him and it's kind of embarrassing, so... But
Nah, he doesn't.
We'll fire it. So when we were at preview, like the NCAA preview, this was in September. This was probably almost like exactly a year ago. Every year in the fall, there's a tournament like at the site of the national championship, and so we're on the 17th hole. It's like an island green, and our coach like bends over to pick a ball out of the water, and Andre, who was our number one, sees like a little bit of schmutz on when he's bending over, and he like brings Andre brings him aside on the next tee box. He's like, "Coach, I think you need to change your pants." And so, yeah, that's pretty much the story. My coach pretty much shit himself, and he was like extremely embarrassed. That's like being there. That was probably the funniest. Like we were all just absolutely dying because like he made an excuse. He was like, "Oh, I farted," and like I guess something happened, and we were like, we were all just dying. It was so funny. So that's probably the funniest, but also some other really like just like probably just bus ride shit that you guys know about that is always funny. But yeah, that's probably the funniest story.
That's pretty funny.
Awesome.
All right, should we send it to the back nine?
I think we gotta send it over.
All right. Back 9. Just made the turn.
Love it.
I'll start. So,
All right, what is it? What is this?
It's like, these are funny
Okay, all right.
conversations. So, is Fayetteville the best college town in the country?
Hell no. Brutal. Don't worst college town in America.
Word. How many
The bar's
gunshots?
like
The bar scene is brutal. There's one shitty bar that's like across the street from Methodist, and then everything else is like a 15-minute drive, and it's not even good. So it's pretty tough.
Nothing
If we want to do anything, we have to drive.
All right,
You're
you
right.
and Blake playing drawbacks. Who's winning?
Drawbacks? Me, obviously. Blake gets testy over the 4-footers.
No, okay, got a little nugget there on the pod. Blake getting tested.
You should ask him about the putting contest we had when we were at G Pro last week. I took some cash off. Well, he took a lot of money off me in the practice round, but I got some back on the putting.
Okay.
All right. So how good is Baywood?
Baywood? Baywood's tough, dude. Baywood's not great. Yeah, Baywood's a good time if you're trying to go just like drink and have a weekend around with your buddies. But no, Baywood's solid though for what it is, public course, you know.
Mhm.
Awful.
All right. What's the most amount of money you've won off somebody, and what's the most you've lost off somebody?
On the golf course, in Chicago in 2019, where I did my internship, I lost a lot. I lost probably like $450 with one of my buddies playing scotch. So that was tough.
Wow.
And the most amount of money I've won is, I don't know, probably $200, something like that. I don't know.
Harrison, you can relate to the losing part pretty recently, right?
No, what happened, Harrison?
Uh-oh.
Adam goes, and you were the
We got
one
some
winning.
Monopoly money on the line.
Nah. Have you played Wolf before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it just got $64 or $64 a dot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wolf can get tough.
Lost like $200 in the last hole or something like that.
Yeah, on the last hole, that's tough.
Yeah, it's
On
only
25 footer.
25-footer. Yeah, me and Adam.
Are you kidding? Were
We
you
were
just
up
crying
so
when
much
it went in?
too.
I wasn't up. I wasn't up anything. I was already down.
That's funny.
Shot
That's
the lowest and lost with money.
Yeah, Scott, that's brutal.
All right. So does Meth have more players than the championships? That's a trivia question.
Wait, say it again.
Do they have more players or more national championships than Meth?
Oh, players on the team for sure. Yeah, I think we have 13 national championships.
Sweet. That's it.
That's it, baby. All Steve Connolly.
All right.
Cool.
Henry, can you name a player on any of your rings that you could be like, that dude didn't deserve to have a ring?
Well, I only know 10 people that have a ring personally. So no, not out of those 10.
That was 10. All right.
But
Sure.
maybe out of a group that I like don't, that was before my time. I'm sure there's someone who, slid their way on that roster.
Pulled a KD with a snake. They slid.
Yeah.
Who on your team? What you?
God, Harrison, you're cutting in and out, bro.
Who was the most annoying player on your?
Oh, most annoying player?
Yeah.
Probably one of the freshmen. I don't know. A couple come to mind that I don't want to like name, but definitely a couple of the freshmen.
All right.
Fair enough. Harrison, you have any more questions before I end off with the golden question?
You got to do it.
All right. Henry, I have a question for you.
All right.
All right. Would you marry Tiger Woods to win the Masters? You have to do everything with Tiger Woods, so you're married to him.
Yes. Immediately, yes.
That's right.
100.
That is the right answer.
I mean, you get to Charlie Woods is my kid. Are you kidding me?
Hey, you're right. You're right about that.
That kid's gonna make me money if he's my kid.
Exactly.
Correct. Well, thank you so much for being on the pod, Henry. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
Guys, it was a pleasure. Absolutely.
we'll get you back on here. We'll see you.
For sure. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.